Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, as some of my keen listeners picked up in yesterday's video, I'm currently a bit under the weather, right? I wonder if a dengue struck me down or something, because the way Christopher Tufton are going like dengue don't exist. I can never tell. But it look like I'll survive and the show must go on. Now, people, I want to talk about the US ambassador, right? Now, at first, when the whole US and China thing went down, and they said that admiral and everything, I was thinking, well, just a little brief tit for tat and then that's it. People, it looked like America is acting like one of those ex-boyfriends that just refuse to go away, right? Because Uncle Sam does not give up on him precious Jamaica. It look like Uncle Sam just refused to see China move in, because now the US ambassador is telling the Jamaican people that they should be really concerned about China, right? And he said multiple things. One of the main one was, China is building all these roads, right? And he's saying, how is the money going to be repaid? He's saying, some Jamaicans can't even afford to drive on these roads, right? And he was basically spilling his heart. And if you weren't up to date, or if you're not that sharp and don't really understand how geopolitics work, you would actually think the US ambassador goes to his bed at nights losing sleep over poor Jamaicans. But me and you know that is not the case, right? So we have to look into the motive, right? Why is the ambassador trying to convince the Jamaican people that Mr. Chin, right, or Uncle Chin, right, because now we move from Mr. Chin to Uncle Chin. Why is the US ambassador trying to get the Jamaican people to be nervous and anxious regarding doing business with Uncle Chin? I'll tell you why. A matter of fact, I'll give you the perfect analogy for this situation. Now, people, imagine this, right? Right, because we're going to use man and woman relationship because everybody's supposed to can relate to that, right? Now, imagine a man and him woman a deal, right? And him get very, very comfortable, right? Very, very comfortable to the point where, them don't even really go out on no more date again or nothing like that, right? And then, next thing you know, a new man turn up on the scene. But this new man, watch her run in, right, upon the girl. He might drive a Porsche, and he might bring pure gift. Every day, new gift, new bag, new shoes, new everything, right? So the old man, right, who was there before, notice a new man come around, I try buy away him girl with gift. So here the new man to the girl. Yo, you can't trust them man there now, right? Not because they see my drive Porsche and have new gift, or you know where the money come from, or you know him man a scammer, or you know him man a thief, or you know him man a juggies. My police come lock you up, police will lock you up too, Stay there, get yourself in a trouble over freeness. Yeah, what he's trying to do, is poison the woman's mind about the new man. But he's not doing it because he actually cares about what might come out of it. He's doing it he's trying to protect his territory. He's trying to poison her mind so she distance herself from him and come back closer to the original man, right? So that is what America is doing right here. America is playing the role of that old man who try poison the woman's mind against the new heavy spender who come on the scene. So this is why he's telling the Jamaican people, yo, be careful, careful of them, because all these free gifts, might come out of it. Be careful, Come on. Right? See, here is the thing. America can see what is about to happen. Just like the first video I did with China. America knows the day is coming when them and Uncle Chin have to go clash. Right? Them see that. It might not be a clash in the terms of military conflict, right? But there's going to be some kind of toss-up between the two of them. Could be trade, finance, commerce. As I said, worst case scenario, worst case, which nobody should want to see, is a military conflict, right? America like to have them eggs in a basket. America like to know that this country is with us, right? And if you notice, across the globe, most countries, them just pick a side, right? Most countries are like, listen, we are pro US and I eat that. Or we are anti-US and I eat that. Jamaica, right, is playing the boaty. Jamaica is like, yeah, I'm so I can get from you, I'm so I can get from you. Right, and Uncle Sam noticed this. Right? There's a reason why this topic keep coming up in the people. Right? Before the whole China thing, how often did you hear even the US ambassador commenting on nothing at all? Most people would have gone their whole lives without even hearing or seeing nothing from a US ambassador. Before it was just a little ceremonial role, you come to Jamaica, shake hand 2 times, do a 2-year stint and go back to your yard. Right? All of a sudden, US officials are now playing a prominent role, and every time we see them, it's something to do with China. Right? Now, I know a lot of Jamaicans, we don't see the true value of Jamaica. We could be honest here. A lot of Jamaicans, people who are born and raised, don't see the true value of Jamaica. All we see is the crime and the trouble and the problems, right? But people abroad don't see it like that. On the global stage, people, Jamaica is a valuable asset. This is why so many people are scramble feet. Notice the more Jamaicans we run away, is the more foreigners are running in. Are you realizing that? Notice no matter how much 1,000 and 1,100 and 1,200 people are drop out a year time. Notice that now stop Mr. Chin or the British or the Canadians and all these big investors from running in. Because they're looking that down the road, this country will be a valuable asset. So that's why them buy all of the land all over the place. Because them know when them really serious, really serious, them can nudge the government to get rid of people. Listen, crime as we know it, right? The way people act like, oh, crime can't done, gangs can't mash up people. Listen, when the Jamaican government is ready, enough of these organizations, you see, these big organizations, these garrisons that people act like they can't bring under control, people, they might get pushed out by any means necessary. When these big investors decide they're ready for downtown Kingston, which is a gold mine, when them decide them ready for it, people, all them bad places in a town, have to get themselves in order by any means necessary. I'm telling you, remember, mark my words, right? You see that harbor, Kingston Harbor, that is a gold mine. I know as Jamaicans we don't check feet, right? But the rest of the world sees something that could be a baby Hong Kong, right? Because any country in the world that has a harbor like Kingston Harbor, them turn it into a huge cash cow, right? Skyscrapers lining the harbor front. That is how anywhere you go in the world with a harbor like that, that's how it look. But you notice that's not how Kingston look. But that's how it will look. Mark my word. Them already start buy up the land them, right? And them already start draw up them plans, right? But because of those communities lining along the waterfront and lining downtown, right? They're just sitting back. But I'm telling you, people, the government, right? Once them get empowered enough and the right people whisper in them ears, they're going to show out enough people. So this is why I tell people, if you're going to run away from Jamaica, buy a piece of land first and then run away. I'm talking to the Jamaicans now. Everybody will say, boy, crime too bad, may I run away? Okay, if you're going to run away, get a piece of land first and then run away. That way, when this country completely transformed down the road, it might not even be in your lifetime, it might be a Pitnam lifetime. Then them can come back and get the piece of land. Because I'm telling you, if you wait until then, you will not even be you will not be able to afford even quarter acre. Not even quarter acre. Right? All this down culture and this badness culture, I'm telling you, the day will come when the government will scrape them up by any means necessary. But they're not going to do it for me and you. They're not going to do it for Jamaicans. They're going to do it for the big foreign investors while we span them ears. Yo, wagwan, we're ready to build upon this now, you know. All of a sudden, place I couldn't sort out or we get sorted out. People, mark my word. Anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying them Sunday dinner, right? I don't know, hopefully you could hear me clearly, because as I said, I'm a bit under the weather, so I can barely hear myself, you know, but the show has to go on, right? So Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless up.